All right. So today's topic that we will be discussing is transformers. Okay. Now, why do we actually use transformers is the main purpose of transformer is conversion of voltage. Okay. What it will do is conversion of voltage. Okay. From low to high and then high to low. Okay, your voltage should be converted to from high to low and low to high. Okay, now why should we actually convert this voltage is another important thing that you are supposed to know. Okay, so why should you convert this voltage from low to high and high to low is it is required to increase the efficiency. Okay, this conversion is required to increase efficiency. That implies for reducing power loss. Okay, so to reduce power loss and to increase the efficiency, what we will do is we will use transformers. Okay, so transformers purpose is conversion of voltage from low to high and high to low. Okay, now why should we actually convert this? Okay, why we should do this conversion? Okay, so physics reasons I have given it here. The physics reasons are these. Now why logically, if you take so now if you take a fan, TV or a fridge or a washing machine, all these appliances will usually operate at low voltage. So they will operate at low voltage. Whereas if you take a motor, bore motor, if you take in front of the house, people use the word it requires three-phase current. This requires, all these appliances require single phase current. So what is the single phase and what is this three-phase current is? Indirectly, three-phase current refers to high voltage. Single phase current requires indirectly it is low voltage. So depending upon power requirement and situational operational purpose, your different machines will operate at different voltages. Those different voltages you cannot produce according to your own requirement from the high voltage. So normal purposes low voltage is enough, but for big machines high voltage is required. So according to our need we will use the voltage or power. So for that particular reason we have transformers. Your transformers in physics part, as I have discussed, it is required to increase efficiency and for power loss purpose. Yes, but ultimately what it is telling is every machine will not operate at its own voltage as you like. Some machines require low voltage, some machines require high voltage. For example, grinder, if you take, grinder indirectly requires high voltage. If your voltage is fluctuating or low, your current actually gets dripped. When the load is more, you must have seen in your houses that particular room, sometimes water heater, if you leave in the bathroom switched on, it drips the entire circuit. So in all these cases what is happening is so your operational voltage is different. Your operational voltage is different. And that operational voltage for each machine, it will be at a particular value. To use those machines efficiently, we need to provide that required voltage. Right? So we are doing indirectly, transformers are doing conversion of voltages. That is first important thing. Right? Next, right? To convince you in a better way, okay, let me take an example. Okay, so for example, if you take your power generators, okay, your power generators, what it will do is, okay, they will be operational at 22 kilovolt. Okay, they will be providing this much voltage. Now you cannot send, okay, this 22 kilovolt directly, okay, through the wires. What it will do is, you will be supplying this to transformer. What will this transformer do is, it will amplify this and it will send, okay, it will send how much means, it will send around 500 kilowatt, a kilovolt for example. So it is indirectly a step up transformer. It has increased the voltage. Now why this increase means, okay, your potential difference, okay, your potential difference, okay, your potential difference is I into R. Okay, so your current I is, okay, around 22 by 500 times indirectly, I mean your current factor, okay, your current factor reduces by 22 by 500. Okay, your current factor will reduce by 22 by 500. Okay, so I mean your current, I mean here, okay, your current will actually reduce by this much factor. This is small. Now if you try to calculate here power loss, your power is I square into R. So that is 22 by 500 whole square into resistance R. So this is your power loss. Okay, so this is also called as joule loss. Okay, this is joule heat. So now, okay, because of this, less power is actually getting reduced rather than directly sending 22 kilovolt. Okay, so from this example, the conclusion that I want you to take is, okay, right, purposefully. Okay, that means we are doing it on purpose. Purposefully we need to transmit. Okay, purposefully we need to transmit. Okay, we need to transmit electrical power. Okay, we need to transmit electrical power at high voltage. Electrical power at high voltage, okay, to reduce, okay, copper loss. Okay, this power loss is called as copper loss. Okay, and use electrical power, use electrical power at low voltage, at low voltage, to reduce electric breakdown of electric breakdown, to reduce electric breakdown. Okay, right? So that means at the power station you are producing some power, we will increase the voltage, we will reduce the power loss, okay, by sending lesser amount of current as, and then according to our requirement, our transformer, if required, it will convert again into high voltage, or else it will keep at low voltage, and it will you help us in using the instruments. Okay, so this is your context why transformers means to reduce the power loss in transmission. Okay, right? Now, okay, how transformer works. Okay, your next part is, hope you have copied it down. Okay, your next part is, okay, how transformers work. How transformers work. So now your transformers, if you take, okay, your transformers, if you take, it will be a kind of device like this. Okay, your transformers that you take, it will be a kind of device like this, where in which, okay, where in which you will have, okay, input AC source. Okay, so this part is your input, then this part is your output. Okay, you have input and output. Okay, So now how your transformers work is, okay, it works on the principle of mutual induction. Okay, mutual induction. So I will explain in detail, don't worry. Okay, so your transformer will be like this, where in which you will have two coils. Your input coil, which is called as your primary coil. This is your secondary coil. Okay, your input coil is called as primary coil. This is called as your secondary coil. Okay, right? Now this setup, if you do, okay, this is made up of, okay, right, this is made up of your iron core. Okay, your coils are wrapped around your iron core. Now why coils are wrapped around iron core means, okay, to increase the efficiency, and an ideal transformer will have efficiency from 90% to 99%. Okay, your efficiency of this will be around 90 to 99%. Now how will you get this? I will tell you. Okay, so the coil, okay, the primary coil and external coil, your secondary coil is connected to load. Okay, this is your load in the sense it could be resistor, inductor, capacitor, anything. Okay, so there will be load. Your load is connected across the secondary coil, your input is connected across the power coil. Now what will happen is, okay, this primary coil, through this primary coil, okay, it is producing alternating current, so it will produce changing flux. Okay, change in I change in flux through primary coil. Now this iron core, okay, will be closed so tight, okay, right, they will be close enough so that, okay, this iron core will be wrapped. Okay, so what happens is, this iron core has high permeability. This iron core has high permeability, because of which what happens is, okay, iron core has high permeability, because of which all the produced magnetic field lines, all the produced B lines pass through coil. All the produced magnetic field lines pass through the coil. Okay, so because of its high permeability, okay, your lines, okay, all the magnetic field lines will pass through the coil. Okay, now as a result what happens is, okay, how much flux goes through primary coil? Okay, through secondary coil also that same amount of flux goes, because same number of turns are there. Okay, getting my point? So your flux is, okay, your flux is, okay, hope you have understood this. This iron core, what it will do is, it will send all the magnetic field lines passing through that. Okay, so now from this, okay, we'll come to the maths part. Okay, hope you have understood this. Okay, so now my point is, okay, continuing further, you have this iron core here. Okay, you have this iron core here, you have the output through this. Okay, so you have input output here. So here you have input, here you have you have output. Now first thing that I want you to understand is, your flux through coil is number of turns through primary coil into flux through each turn. Flux through secondary coil is number of turns in secondary coil into flux through each turn. Okay, your net flux is, okay, your net flux is number of turns into this thing. Okay, so it represents primary coil. Okay, this is representing primary coil, this is representing secondary coil. Okay, alright, so this will represent primary coil, this will represent secondary. So now your number of turns is NP in primary coil, NS is in secondary coil. Okay, your step up and step down transformers is decided by number of turns. Okay, now your current through primary coil, okay, will be continuously changing. Why? I will tell you. Now your voltage, okay, your second point is voltage across primary coil is minus d phi by dt of primary coil. Your voltage across secondary coil is minus d phi s by dt. Okay, this is from Faraday's law. Your EMF is d phi by dt. So that will become minus n pi into d phi by dt through each turn. This will become minus ns into d phi by dt. Okay. So your primary voltage, okay, by your secondary voltage, if you are dividing these two equations, now what is that you are going to get? Np times d phi by dt whole divided by ns times d phi by dt, which will indirectly give you this flux through each coil is same, because how many number of lines are going through the coil, same number of lines will actually go through the other coil as well. So your volume through primary coil, your voltage through primary coil by your voltage through secondary coil is number of turns in primary coil by number of turns in secondary coil. Okay, right? So now keep this point in mind. Okay, so you want more output voltage, okay, change the turn ratio accordingly. Okay, you change the number of turns accordingly, your step down and step up transformer will start working. Okay, so this is your basic idea. Now let's continue further. So what is it we are getting? So conclusion is voltage through primary by voltage through secondary is number of turns in primary coil by number of turns in secondary coil. Now here, okay, observe, look at the conditions. If it is a step up transformer, that means your output voltage is more. If it is step down transformer, output voltage is less. So now your step up, okay, that is your voltage through secondary coil should be more. Okay, right? So if Vs is, okay, Vs is, okay, greater than Vp, voltage across secondary coil is greater than Vp, okay, then it is step up. So this will occur, okay, this will occur when number of turns in number of turns in secondary coil is greater than number of turns in primary coil. Okay, right? Next, your step down is your voltage across secondary is less than voltage across primary. Okay, so in this case your number of turns in secondary is less than number of turns in primary. Okay, so these are the conditions that you have for step down transformer and step up transformer. Okay, so use these relations and then try to do the basic calculations. Now coming to power, okay, coming to the power, your power is, okay, your power is output by input. Okay, your power is output by input. Now we will use that output by input relation also in calculating the values. Now your power is, okay, V into I. Your efficiency is output power by input power. So your output power is voltage across secondary into current across secondary. Your input is voltage across primary coil into current in primary coil. Okay, so your efficiency definition is this, you have to substitute your Vs by Vp values, you can substitute accordingly. Okay, your Vs by Vp is Ns by Np times Is by Ip, okay, current through secondary coil by current through primary coil. So this is your final output value. Now your next thing is, okay, if you are considering ideal transformer, okay, So ideal transformer means ideal transformer will have 100% efficiency. So in this case, your output power will be equal to input power. Your output power is, okay, your output power is voltage across secondary into current across secondary, that is equal to input power is voltage across primary into current across primary coil. Okay. So now your current through primary coil by current through secondary coil is Vs by Vp, that is equal to number of turns in secondary by number of turns in primary coil. Okay. So this is valid for ideal transformer. Okay. So if you see the word ideal, okay, you have to take this into mind and then do the required calculations. Okay, right? Hope you have understood what I have explained, and then we will be doing simple questions related to transformers. Okay, right? Now keep these points in mind. So let me summarize. So in the first slide, what is that I have done? I have told you that transformer is a device which converts low voltage to high or high to low. Second, your example why we are using transformer is to decrease the power loss. Okay, power loss should be very less. Next, how it works on the principle of mutual induction. So it contains two coils, one is primary coil and other is secondary coil. Primary coil you are giving input, secondary coil you are getting output. So you change current through primary coil. Okay, what it will do is it will produce changing magnetic flux. The changing magnetic flux, because of the iron core, how many lines will enter? Okay, how many lines will enter through that core, that many will actually come out. Next, coming to this input output thing, okay, flux through primary coil we are calculating, flux through secondary coil we are calculating. Your EMF is d phi by dt, so we are doing that as well. Now if you take the ratio, okay, if you take the ratio, voltage across primary by voltage across secondary is this much. Now after that, if you try to calculate your power, okay, your power is V into I, so we are taking the ratio, your efficiency is output power by input power. Then in step up and step down transformer, what are the conditions that we have seen? Then in ideal transformer, your efficiency is equal to 1, so your output power is equal to input power, so V into I, that is equal to Vp into I pi. So accordingly you have to solve and simplify the basic questions. Okay, alright, so that's all. Okay, next, now I have explained the basic logic. So summary, okay, that I want you to understand is voltage across secondary, voltage across primary by voltage across secondary is number of turns in primary by number of turns in secondary coil, this without fail. Next, coming to power output by power input is your efficiency. Your efficiency percentage is power output by power input into 100. This I have explained. So for a general transformer, so your step up or step down is decided by, okay, final output. Okay, this secondary coil is your output, secondary is output. Okay, primary is input. Okay, secondary, primary is input, secondary is output. Okay, right? So this is what you have. Okay, then we have seen that for power across secondary by power across primary coil by power across secondary coil is voltage across primary coil by current in primary coil, which is voltage across secondary coil into current in secondary coil. So Vp by Vs you can replace it with Np by Ns times Ip by Is. So this is the general definition, that is your efficiency is, okay, it's not efficiency, it is 1 by efficiency. Okay, because primary is input, secondary is output, so indirectly it is 1 by efficiency. Okay, for ideal transformer, if you are talking of ideal transformer, what happens is, for ideal transformer your efficiency is 1, so Vp into Ip is your power output, that is equal to power input. So that is your, this is your input. Your output is voltage across secondary into current across secondary. From this, your Vp by Vs is equal to Is by Ip. Okay, so this is also equal to number of turns in primary by number of turns in secondary. Okay, so this you have to keep in mind. Okay, your current values are reverse. Now let us try to solve basic problems. With this, the conceptual part is done. Now simple problems we will try to do it. Your first question is, okay, those who are watching this, while I am writing the question, try the answer to this. A current of 5 ampere flowing at 220 volt in primary coil of transformer. Okay, right? If voltage produced in secondary coil is 2200 volt and 50% of power is lost, then current in secondary coil is dash. So try to give answer to this question. Okay, right? So try answer to this question. Now I hope you have tried answer to this question. Now let us try to simplify this and give the answer. Now your efficiency percentile, okay, your efficiency percentile is output power by input power into 100. Your efficiency percentile is output by input into 100. So your efficiency percentile, it is 50%, right? So it is 50 is equal to your output power is, okay, it is voltage across secondary coil into current across secondary coil by voltage across primary coil by current across primary coil into 100. Your power, you have learnt that your power is V into I. This I have explained. So 51s, 52s. So 1 by 2 is equal to voltage across secondary coil by current across secondary coil by voltage across primary coil into current across primary coil. Now your voltage across secondary coil, okay, it is given as, okay, 2200 volt is your voltage across secondary coil, okay, and voltage across primary coil how much means it is 220, okay, and your current across primary coil is 5 ampere. Your current across secondary coil he is asking. Now substitute all these values into this equation. Okay, so if I do that, okay, what will I get? Your 1 by 2 is equal to voltage across secondary coil 2200 by voltage across primary coil 220 into current across secondary coil Is by Ip is 5, 220 ones, 220 tens, 5 ones, 5 twos. From this your I across secondary coil is 1 by 4, 0.25 amperes. Okay, so this is your final value of, okay, efficiency. All right, now let's continue further. Okay, your next thing is, your next question, how much current, all are simple questions, how much current is drawn by primary coil, how much current is drawn by primary coil which steps down, okay, which steps down 220 volt to 44 volt to operate a device with impedance of 440 ohms. Okay, right? So this is given to you. Now how to actually solve this question, I will tell you. Now if this is your secondary coil, your device is, this impedance is indirectly, I told you, your equivalent resistance which is offered as 440 ohms. So your voltage across secondary coil is like this. So obviously this is equivalent to a cell and you will have a primary coil. Okay, so iron core, I am just redrawing the diagram. Okay, now try answer to this question, then I will explain the solution. Try it for a minute, do the calculation, I will explain the solution. Now always remember, if nothing is mentioned regarding efficiency, it is ideal transformer. So now your current across secondary coil, if you take, it is Vs by Z. Voltage across secondary coil, it is 44 volt, it is clearly mentioned. So it is 44 by Z is 440, your I through secondary coil is 1 by 10, that is equal to 0.1. Okay, right? Now your efficiency is equal to 1 for ideal transformer. So voltage across primary coil into current across primary coil is equal to voltage across secondary coil into current across secondary coil. Your voltage across primary coil is, okay, it is 220 volt, it is mentioned in the question. Current across primary coil you are supposed to find out. Voltage across secondary coil, it is given as 44. Current across secondary coil, it is mentioned as 0.1. Okay, so 22 tens, 22 twos, your IP is 0.2 by 10, that is equal to 0.02 amperes. Okay, like this you are supposed to do basic questions. Here the key idea is, if nothing is mentioned, okay, nothing is mentioned, consider ideal transformer, that's all. Okay, all right. Next, your next thing is your next question. Okay, after reading the question, try the answer to this question simultaneously with me. Okay, a transformer increases, okay, alternating voltage from, okay, 220 volt to 2200 volts if number of turns in secondary coil of transformer is 2000, then number of turns in primary will be dash. Okay, so try answer for this question, then I will explain the solution. Okay, give it a try answer to this question. So this is basically a step up transformer. We know the relation, voltage across primary coil by voltage across secondary coil is number of turns in primary coil by number of turns in secondary coil. From where did we get this? Your voltage is number of turns times d phi by dt across each coil. Voltage across secondary coil is minus ns into d phi by dt. Now you divide these two, this d phi by dt will cancel off, you are going to get this relation. Now your voltage across primary coil, it is 220, voltage across secondary coil, it is 2200, that is equal to the number of turns in secondary coil is 2000 Number of turns in primary coil is Np. Okay, just stick to the basics. 22, 221s, 220 0 0. Number of turns in primary coil will be 200. Okay, like this basic questions will be asked. You will be able to do these questions provided if you are reading the question carefully. Okay, all right. So with this I am stopping the basic part. In the problem solving session lecture I will upload more content. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.